I was on my way home across Lake Superior. I was driving from Winnipeg home to Toronto. It's a long drive, and with few stops in between. And I stopped in a little town called Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. It's a little town at the top of Lake Superior, or, well, sort of around the side, actually, not really the top. Thunder Bay is right at the top. It's around the side. And I was tired from my tour. I'd been touring with the same fellow in a car for a lot of days, and I was looking for a little moment by myself. After we had sound checked inside the bar, and I'd walked outside to the parking lot with my guitar to just enjoy a moment alone outside of the tour van. And as I was standing out there, a fellow came up to me, an older fellow, and he started to talk. And I don't know if you'll understand what I mean when I said that I felt like I kind of had my Toronto on. I don't know, like, there's no equivalent that I can think of for the United States, because people in New York are like awfully friendly. Our big city can be kind of cold, you know, kind of like no eye contact kind of cold. So I was feeling like it was a no eye contact kind of moment. I was like, I'll just pretend I'm not here and you will stop talking to me. But no, he actually persisted, and in fact, he won me over with the story that he started to tell. He began his monologue by saying, "You play the guitar, I've got a story for you. You should write a song about this." And actually, at the end of his story, I went inside and I took a whole bunch of notes. And then a few months later, I did turn his story into a song. And then a few months after that, I was recording a record, and we recorded his song, and when we released it, CBC Radio, which is like our equivalent of NPR, they got hold of the story that I was looking for the guy who I'd written the song about, but all I knew about him was his name was Dave. He lived in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, and he was a sailor. So one of our national hosts had me on the radio, and we had a little chat to spread the word, to see if the good listeners across Canada could locate Dave the sailor. Well, sure enough, 2 weeks later, we found him. He was in Florida at the time. And it turned out he'd actually just, well, you'll get some more of the story in the song, but not to give it all away, but he'd actually gotten remarried to the woman he'd gotten, in my song, he gets divorced. He'd gotten remarried to her in Florida. And we met over the phone. We had like a phone interview where I was in the radio station, he was in Florida, and the host, and we all chatted. He got a chance to hear the song, and he loved it. Apparently, he went as far as to say that the song was the highlight of his career. And when we got off when we finished the radio interview, I said, "Okay, Dave, I want to send you a copy of the record. Give me your address." And he said, "Oh, the boys on the ship are gonna love that." And I, to this day, love to think of what the boys on the ship thought of the whole rest of the record. I met a sailor in Sault Ste. Marie, smoking in the parking lot. He said to me, "That guitar sure sounds pretty. Would you write me a song if I told you a story?" Tonight, me and the boys will drink a few down. 6 weeks at sea, and we just got into town. They call me Cook, you can call me that too, but my name is Dave, I was born in the Sioux. I've got kids, you know, they live with their mother, and I can't say I've been much of a father. I love her, you know, but I live on the water, and over the years it got harder and harder. She was the one who kept the home fires warm. I am a sailor, always looking for port in a storm. I don't blame her, I was never at home. What kind of life is the wife of a sailor? Now here's a habit I never could quit. The doctor calls them the cancer sticks, but when the doctor told me I'd 4 months to live, I didn't quit. No, I didn't quit. My friends and my family all gathered round when the doctor told me what he had found. I thought it was over. I thought it was the end, but 1 year later, here I am. So every day now that I wake up on this side of the grass, it's a good day, I reckon, and I never was one to believe in the church, but someone must be looking out for me in heaven. It's only a miracle, I'm here to tell the tale. Oh, Superior, I sailed her waters 35 years. Once you've sailed her, she never lets you go. And that, my friend, is the life of a sailor. Now here's another story, no word of a lie. It was exactly 1 year, and I was still alive. November the 10th, and a beautiful day. Our vessel sailed into Whitefish Bay. We were right where the Edmund Fitzgerald went down. 29 years, right to the day on that spot. And right at the hour, the captain rang the bell 29 times. I've never seen Superior so still. He says, I am a lucky man, still to be alive. And I think of everyone who didn't survive. All those blueprints on our insides, you never know what day you'll die. So me and the boys, we're gonna raise a glass to the years ahead. Long may they last. Don't you think my story would make a good song? You should write this down. You should write this down.